There is a Baldo, a ball dildo, and it's very painful.
A what?
You cram your balls into this dildo-shaped thing, and you can fuck somebody with your ball sack.
I like that.
Wait, what?
Bombing with Eric André.
Ladies and gentlemen, bombing with Eric André!
Thank you guys for coming on a live episode of my podcast. It's a podcast about bombing and failure. Thank you for coming, and can I introduce my celebrity sex symbol co-host? Please give it up for the very funny comedians Derrick Beckles and Nick Rutherford, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very funny. Very funny. Very sexy. Which mic do you prefer, audience? Oh, hello. Where does our guest sit? She sits closest to me. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've never been on a talk show.
Yeah, I know. It's all been AI up to this point.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, has anyone here seen the movie Face Off? Has anybody here seen the movie Showgirls?
No.
A Cocktail with Tom Cruise. Or the first Wachowski sister movie before The Matrix. Bound. You see that shit? That's a little more obscure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is a little gay as fuck. It is gay as fuck. You're right. You're not wrong about that. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's a good point. If anybody has anything to say, just yell it out at any time.
And we will thank every one of you for doing it.
Yeah, that's how live performance.
Thank you for your service. These are all veterans, everybody. They all just got back from Iraq or Cuba or Nigeria, wherever we're bombing currently. Venezuela, Minnesota, Florida. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, a woman who needs no introduction. A living legend, an absolute icon. Please welcome my favorite actress, Gina Gershon.
Yes! Yes!
We're Gershon for Gina Gershon. Whoa! She still got it. Mamma mia, I'm in love. Is there a Mr. Gina Gershon in your life?
Not at the moment.
Well, there is now, honey. You got to marry all three of us.
I think I would prefer that.
Oh, really? Well, it's going to be a long night because we're virgins and you're going to have to teach us everything.
Please be patient.
We all have micro penis, too. Is that a turnoff for you?
Ooh, hey.
No, not at all.
Really?
Yeah.
You're okay with what's the smallest guy you ever hooked up with?
Great. By the way,
Gina.
Great way to just work into that. Right?
Thank
Just
you. Thank you.
Start with that one.
What was the one guy in all your years you took off his pants and you saw that shrimpy little string bean, little marshmallow, and you said, homeboy,
You know
Steven Seagal, get out of my
Fuck you.
trailer. Get out of my trailer with that thing.
Steven Seagal would never even get to that point.
Steven Seagal would never what?
I don't think I would have even ventured to see if he had a microphone.
Really?
Yeah.
You mean with that like Count Dracula Widow's Peak? You weren't
Not my
slightly.
type. No.
Did you do a movie with Steven Seagal?
I
Up
did.
for justice, man. Sorry. I'm sorry. I got
Oh,
married.
wow.
Yeah, it was like doing theater, and I had to work 2 days, and it paid the rent for the rest of the year. So
Oh, yeah, that's
I
what I'm
did
talking
it.
about.
yeah, it was
That was
a little
kind
strange.
of like his
Huh?
Scorsese moment.
Was
for
it?
Justice. Yeah.
God.
I think so.
Because he overdosed on cocaine
I
and
think-
went to the hospital.
Oh, because he was doing a Brooklyn accent.
Yeah, he was doing that Jamaican Brooklyn accent.
Yeah, that was rough.
Anybody seen Out for Justice?
No. Welcome to the Niche Podcast.
You don't need to. Trust me. As your new best friend, trust me.
Be more obscure. Be more obscure.
Mark for death.
Now, Gina, where'd you get your start?
Where did I get my start?
Hey, Eric, I think it's like it's jarring the way you change
Yeah.
the question topic.
It's almost like you're not here.
Where did I get my start?
It's called an interview, and I've been up since 3 a.m. and I got a vasectomy 2 days ago, and I'm sitting
True
on
story.
2 huevos rancheros right now. My balls are
Why
killing
don't
me.
you have like a hemorrhoid pillow?
That's
your
a different
balls?
part of your body.
Yeah. But that's where they take the.
That's your butthole.
So they don't do it there.
No.
Nah,
Your vas deferens are in a different.
Derek is
You're
built
gonna have to check.
different.
Anybody on Wikipedia? I'd like to look
He's
that
got
up.
reverse body.
Your urologist did a number on you, my man, and you're probably still getting people pregnant.
I am pooing out of my dick.
I heard you were into butt plugs. Is that true? I mean, did you hear? I've heard
I can
that.
get a pinky up there, but a whole plug is a bit of a doozy.
They do little plugs.
Yeah, pinky
Well-
shaped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and pinky shaped.
Like
for
tasteful,
special boys
very
like you.
tasteful problems.
I think I could do it, but I'd have to be a little bit drunk, and have to be doing poppers.
Sure.
Did you
Okay.
do that? Did you ever do poppers back in the?
I-
You partied back in the day. You
I
were known
did
as.
poppers once.
Yeah.
When I was
It was
like-
backstage.
Just now. I
Yeah,
did-
no, before that.
You know what? I've
When
done.
did you do
I've
poppers?
I've done a lot of drugs. I have to say,
yeah.
I'm a fan.
Hell yeah.
Not a
Sam.
fan of poppers.
Give us one example.
Yeah. What drugs have you done?
Why don't we say what drugs haven't I done? I think that'd
right.
be easier.
Did you do? Have you ever done a little booger sugar?
Booger sugar.
Who wants to see how much cocaine,
Oh, you mean cocaine?
Gina can do? Do we have a plate of
Yeah, let's bring
cocaine?
that cocaine
Let's bring
out.
that cocaine out. I'm sure we got cocaine
Gina,
somewhere.
fame-
Gina, let's see. We got a
Fame
a
cocaine.
Scarface pile of blow.
Wow.
That's the entire budget
That's a lot of booger sugar.
of Lost season 1 through 6.
Yeah.
You know, booger sugar.
Booger
cocaine
sugar?
was never my favorite either.
What was your
Really?
favorite?
I would say I like the hallucinate. You know,
Hell yeah.
mushrooms, little acid.
Well, what about
Y'all into
doing
that or
some-
what's
For
up?
hallucinogen.
Because we're in ICE. Book 'em. Off to El Salvador.
You know, I'm going through a very
Salvador.
clean cleansing period, so I only do very pure drugs. I
Like
don't
what?
even-
MDMA?
I'm not even MDMA, of course.
Yeah.
As long as it's good.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm
You've
talking
got to
about.
be sure
Have you ever
that
tried a
it's
drug
clear.
called Jesus Christ?
Is that supposed to be the frog one?
JC, no, just Jesus Christ. He
Oh, have
died
I
for our
ever-
sins.
It's called.
Have I blown Jesus Christ? What? No.
I like how Gina was like, I'm interested.
Wait, what the?
Is that
What's
like
Jesus
Rod the
Christ?
Frozen?
Is Jesus Christ the frog from Brazil that you lick?
I tried his cousin. I
Chris
know-
Christ?
Is there really a drug called Jesus Christ? Because I am interested.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
And I'm interested too.
Yeah.
Eric's got a lot in his hotel room tonight.
I sure do.
I don't.
I started
know.
doing Quaaludes again. I'm really into that.
Quaaludes were
brought
my
'em back.
favorite.
My fave.
My favorite.
The guy I get psychedelics from, he makes Quaaludes. I started doing them again.
Eric,
Are you
give,
serious?
give his name
714.
714.
447. Are they good?
They're fantastic.
Okay, I need-
They're like if
Laboratory
Molly and Xanax had a baby.
Quaaludes
So you're like,
used to be
woo,
my
woo,
favorite.
They're the best.
Hands down.
Disco biscuits.
And they're really.
They're back.
I'm being serious.
I'll
I need
hook you
some.
up.
All
I
right,
got to
need
text
be
you
hooked
on
up.
Signal. You guys
Okay.
on Signal? It's the only time you text anybody, it's a drug dealer on Signal, right? You guys.
I don't know.
You know, Quaaludes
I'm not a
were-
narc. You guys can.
No, Quaaludes
Oh, you
were
guys are
good
sober?
because it made you
can-
feel drunk without the drinking. Sometimes the drinking makes me feel ugh. You know, I don't love it.
Yeah, but what
But
if
the
you
Quaaludes
like
give you that
drugs and
fun,
drinking, or-
Yeah.
drunk feeling.
You mean
with
the
that-
combo of drinking and doing drugs?
No, she's just saying if she wants to get fucked up and party,
Oh,
but she
right.
doesn't want all the aftermath of
Yeah, the
alcohol.
drinking makes me feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's face it, it's not great for you. It's a little poisonous.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, let's slow down.
Okay.
It's fun to drink sometimes when you're
Sure.
sad.
Not when you're sad.
Like
Then
if
you'll
you're
get
on Signal
sadder
and you
the
tell
next
your mom
day.
you
And when
love
you're
her, she
happy
doesn't say
too,
it
it's
back.
good.
Yeah. At a funeral or a library.
Yeah,
Now you're from Woodland Hills,
I am. I am.
Los Angeles,
I'm a Valley girl. I'm an original Valley girl.
San Fernando Valley.
San Fernando Valley.
818 till you DIE.
Dude, I was a 2-1. What? I
You
was
were a 213. You were a Chola.
I was no. I
You were
wasn't Chola.
Cholified.
I was 818. I don't think came in.
You were
until
Jewish,
later.
but everyone thought you were Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they merged somewhere
merged.
along the way.
Italians,
Yeah.
Jews, the same.
Same thing. You can't
That's
tell the
what
difference.
Nancy Sinatra
Favorite
told
game.
me. When I was going to play Nancy Sinatra, I'm like, I'm
Jews.
Jewish. She's like, Jews, Italians, same
Yeah, tomato, tomato.
Irish,
Tomato laka.
Albanian.
Spicy
It's all the
tomato.
same.
Tomato Manischewitz. And your parents were Orthodox.
Hardly.
Oh, so they fucking partied. They gave you the Quaaludes.
My uncle did.
Really?
Yeah. Well, he didn't give them to me on purpose. Do you know
He
what I-
drugged you like in a Bill Cosby
No,
situation.
He had a
Costini.
big jar of them, and then I took some.
You stole from your.
Well, because you
Did
know
he-
what? They
was
were
he a-
pharmaceutical, and they were there, and I was like, oh.
So
Was he a
any
dealer
pill that
or
you would
was
see. Go
Huh?
ahead, Derek. Sorry.
Sorry, was he a dealer?
No, he's a musician.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's my doctor.
Yeah.
My doctor.
So a
Massive
dealer.
canyon on
And
that
you know what?
one.
He didn't
Huge
do
guy.
Quaaludes for fun. He did because he would conduct, and I think his back hurts sometimes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? My
Sorry,
back
I don't
hurts
wanna-
suddenly too. Anybody got some horse pills at the
I-
bottom of their purse?
But
I could.
I remember once when I had just gotten my license, so you know whatever.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats.
I was very proud, you know, being in the valley, and you know,
course.
you kind of start driving when you're 14, but you are.
What kind of
official.
car was it? Just details.
Which when I first I had
Yeah.
a Volvo. This was a 240Z.
How many miles were on it?
I have no idea. Clueless.
But did it
What was
pass
the brake
smog?
pad?
Did it-
How
You
thick
know what?
was
I
the
didn't
brake
really
pad?
care. I'm going to switch this conversation. I was going to
Thank
tell
you.
you.
Thank
I was
God.
going to tell you a good cocaine story, but let's.
Yeah, thank you.
We've done
Tell us.
cocaine.
wanna hear
Tell,
more.
really
I
tell
wanna
us
hear more
anything.
mileage.
No, can I tell you this is a really true story. When I started driving, it was my uncle's old, I think it was a 280Z.
story, idiot.
Better tell it, asshole.
So
Never
I
met these
get,
guys.
So I'm driving in LA, right? And I'm just starting to work. And this car is like a beat up piece of shit. I loved it. And, you know, I remember once I was even driving and someone was like, get a new car. This is when I started like working, right? They're like, you know, you're in that movie. You should have a decent car. And I'm
Whose
like,
voice was that?
this is some assholes
That's
next
Tom
to me.
Cruise.
No, like driving in the car. Anyway, one day, this is a true story. I was going to it was a meditation. It was something that started at like 7:30 in the morning, and I had to drive to Santa Monica. And of course, I was almost late, and I couldn't find a place to park. And I'm looking. I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting super anxious because like meditation started, you know. And I finally find a place to park, and I go to park, and as I'm pulling in, some little shithead teeny bopper in her parents' red BMW, brand new. She takes my place.
Fucking hell.
Right? Right? And I pull back very
Thanks
nice.
for your
I said,
bravery, by the way.
I was like, excuse me, that's my space. And she said, it's my space now. And rolled up her fucking window. And I was like, excuse me, I'm really trying to be fucking polite. I said, if you don't move your car, I'm going to crash into it. And she went, and so you know what? I pulled up, I went, bam, and I smashed into her car.
Holy
As I came
shit.
out, and then I drove away, so she didn't get my license. And I told people that story. They're like, I always want to do that. I'm like, why don't you do that? Because you care about your car. If you drive a beat up piece of shit, you don't give a fuck. And then you could smash into people.
Wow.
And
Amazing.
right.
I hate to finish the story. And that girl was Hillary Clinton.
She was just a girl then.
That woman's name, Ghislaine Maxwell. She was a feminist until then, and then
Yeah. That little bitch. No, she didn't.
she became a misanthrope.
You know what? I'm not a violent person.
Sure.
Everything you've told us says otherwise.
I do like the butt after I'm not a violent person.
Yeah.
That was
But
nice.
And that was the third time you committed automotive homicide.
Yeah.
What were the first two like? What's your favorite
Does it get
childhood trauma,
easier?
and what's the one you can't stop raving about?
oh God. You know,
Okay, so
so
what was your
that's
first
what's
gig?
in my
Cocktail?
book.
Okay,
That's what's
talk
in the
about your
book.
book. What's this book about? Because it has an outrageous title.
AlphaPussy. In
Alpha.
fact, how I survived.
yeah, you can scream
how
at
I
AlphaPussy.
survived the valley and learned to love my boobs.
Okay. Did you hate your boobs at one point? Because you have famous boobs.
I love my boobs. I
So
love
wha-
my boobs, except when you're growing up, and I was like a super tomboy, and I was playing baseball and football with all the guys, and I was taken seriously because I was a really good player.
Yeah.
God, that's so fucking hot.
Right? I know. I could throw a football so far. But then all of a sudden you grow boobs, and then they don't take you seriously anymore. That's not true. It's true. And then the tighter the tops got, the dumber they became. And I'm like, what is happening? And then, people treat you differently. And so then I had to,
Yeah, it must be tough
Figure
being
it out.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
it
Like,
wasn't.
I got more and more beautiful each year, and
It wasn't.
it was
about
just
that.
fucking
That
rough.
was smart.
More beautiful, more successful, more smart,
More smart.
richer.
No.
Wasn't easy, man. That's why I got an AlphaPussy.
No,
So
it's-
is the AlphaPussy named after your vagina, or is it named after? Is there somebody like that's like a pussy, like a wussy?
no, not at all. You're completely wrong.
On
not-
both
yeah,
levels?
on both
Dude, you
levels.
fucked up right now.
I cannot read.
Hissing
No,
in
you
the
know
audience.
what?
They're like,
It's fair because I think the
Thank you
title's
again for
maybe
your bravery.
misleading for people like you.
Yeah, I'm not
like
bright.
Guys. No, AlphaPussy is a state of mind. It's a way of being. It's about like standing on your 2 feet and like dealing with motherfuckers and
Yeah.
how to navigate toxicity and
for
people
you.
who treat you weird.
Good for you.
It's true. It's good.
Because
to-
you came up in the era when dudes were, I guess dudes were horrible since the dawn of man, but dudes in the Hollywood were probably being fucking creepazoids to you.
Dude, I grew up in the valley when porn was like showing up everywhere.
Hell yeah,
Like
that's what I'm
this-
talking about.
This cover, I know it seems all cute, but it's actually a pretty dark cover once you get into the book. Because that movie theater, I used to I used to play pinball and like whatever. I was a little bit of a
Okay,
juvenile
pinball?
delinquent. I was hardcore. I would like sell.
You
great
played to
thing.
win. You were competitive. You got a competitive streak.
Competitive, but then I learned how to knock the game so I can get them up to 25, and then I could sell them.
Oh shit, you're like a
I was
it's
like
like
working-
racketeering.
Yeah. No, but then
You're like Meyer Lansky or something.
Then there was the Corbin Bowl. There was the theater next door, and I learned how to sneak in. I could get my little fingers in there, not trip the alarm, get down on the floor, go, and then watch the movie. And I saw like Billy Jack. Remember that movie, Billy Jack? It's probably before.
I
you
watch
took-
it
right?
every day.
Wait.
Spike Lee.
You're sneaking on the floor.
Okay.
Like marine crawling.
This is the thing.
Yeah, like marine
So
crawling.
here you have to jimmy the lock, not trip the alarm, right? And then this, as you get into the theater, the screen is here, so you have to go through the carpet, crawl, and then get in the seat, and then watch the film.
How old were you when
You're
this was
under-
happening? This is when you're a kid, or this is like a few weeks ago?
It was like a couple weeks ago. No, I was like 11, or 12.
Okay.
Something like that. Anyway, then one day I'm like, I'm bored. What am I going to do? I'll go watch, the movie for the zillionth
Were your parents
time.
working class kind of
Yeah,
parents?
My dad was a traveling salesman, and my mom was an interior decorator. Like no one was ever home. And my
So you were a
brothers-
latchkey kid.
And my brother and sister were older, and they wanted nothing to do with me. It was
So you're
like
just a tomboy
Nice.
growing boobs on your own.
in the valley.
In
with
the valley.
predators and
But I will
skinny
With
say-
freaks
people
making
all the
porn
time.
next door at each neighbor's
And
house.
listen, so I walked in thinking I'll watch the movie, and I go, and before I get to the into the audience, I hear this like, whoa, and I'm thinking,
Somebody playing pinball.
I'm like, I don't remember that sound in Billy Jack. Like I knew the score
yeah.
and I'm thinking that's when I looked behind the curtains, and I saw a splattering of men, some of them in raincoats, and I'm thinking, it's not raining outside. Like this is how naive I am. And their glasses are shining, and I'm like, raincoats? And I hear, and then I turn and I look, and I'm like, oh shit, that wasn't Billy Jack. It was The Devil and Miss Jones.
What is that? A pornography film?
You don't know what The Devil and Miss Jones is.
Don't watch
That's
pornography.
jazz,
There's
man.
no
Yeah,
way.
dude.
You guys, it's like
is it?
The Devil and Miss Jones is like the first kind of successful or like porn that came out that was like kind of like a movie that had a plot.
Let's throw it up
The Devil, Miss Jones,
We
and
got it
Deep
clear.
in its
Throat.
entirety.
It was a double header.
We got
And
a
I was just
2 hour
like,
You
clip.
snuck into a porn theater, so you're basically De
didn't
Niro's
know.
character in Taxi Driver. You snuck into a porn. You marine crawled across a cum sticky
You're under-
Velcro
yeah.
porn
Underneath
theater
carpet.
underneath
On
the
stanky
stickiest carpet. in the valley.
That was conspicuously stickier.
And
than
you're
it was the week
11.
before.
You're 11 at the time.
I didn't
Why
know-
did you go to the? Why did you do this?
I didn't know it was a porn theater. It changed on me. The movie.
Oh, you thought you were
changed.
just gonna go see.
I always thought I was going to go see Billy Jack for the 100th time.
And Billy Jack is not a porn.
Definitely not.
Well.
You've never seen Billy Jack, dude.
I
sounds
consider
like a
Billy.
porn.
One
I
tin
consider
soldier?
Billy Jack
Billy
a porn.
Jack.
Remember that
One
song?
word
I'm pretty
away from-
conservative.
It's one word away from being a porn.
A story that was written long ago. You know that song? One tin soldier.
No, but
rides
that
away. Oh my-
weirdly enough, I
She's-
jack off to that song. So to me,
There's
it
a couple-
operates like porn.
There's a couple sexy scenes.
Wait, what?
In,
Some people know the song. Can you guys sing this song?
Who knows
Sing the song for us, the Billy Jack song.
Please. Yes.
Give us a little
Can
taste.
you sing it?
No,
Come on, don't get shy on us. There's only 4 people here.
Why do you think we're all here?
There's only 7
Wait,
confused
we
people
gotta
here.
get them a mic and let's hear it. And also,
Get her a mic.
Do you know what? I'll sing it with you.
also do it in an offensive accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
You know
not
what?
offensive, just
if you guys are
Jamaican.
gonna make fun of One Tin Soldier, we are not gonna.
Just
I
do
don't
it in
even
a
know what it
Jamaican
is.
accent and we'll leave you alone.
Yeah. Do like an angry Jamaican one. no one's gonna film it and share it online. out of
Did we get her a mic?
No.
She's
she's
calling an Uber right
She's
now.
texting her lawyer.
She's calling 911. Oh, we have a mic for you. Let's give it a. What's your name?
Gina said she's gonna sing it with you. So
I'll sing it with
What's
you.
your name?
But you can't disrespect.
Can
the
we get her
song. We're
name?
not gonna sing
No,
it now.
just-
Sing the song.
Okay, I'm guessing we're
all
probably
about
about the
Okay,
same
ready?
age. One of the first movies I snuck into was Billy Jack, and I'm familiar with One Tin Soldier.
That is so
and,
awesome.
And that one scene where she was laying on the grass or whatever in a mountain, and well,
Wait, which
let's just
scene
say-
was that?
Yeah, once again, if anybody wants
Okay,
to
so
start
the-
their own podcast in the audience
It also-
during this, just go
it
for
also
it.
looks like Gina interviewing Gina. This is kind of exciting.
Wait,
Do you know this woman?
What was the scene where
Okay,
she
so
was
the
laying in the
woman
grass?
who was the main character in Billy Jack, her husband, I believe, was either the director or he was the guy who played Billy Jack. Right?
Yeah.
Can we just
And
wait so people can get their pens and pads out and take notes? Everybody ready?
It was a really interesting movie.
It was
about
an erotic
like against
movie.
racism.
It was an erotic movie.
There was
yes,
some-
and it was
There was
a
that
guy
erotic
who was
scene
like
in
a
there.
karate,
Wait, what did-
kung fu expert, and he.
Tom Laughlin.
wait,
He
we're-
could kick
Yeah,
ass.
Tom Laughlin.
Did
But
you
there's-
bring
He
your
was
own
married to
friends
the
and
woman who
podcast
Yes, I
was
bring her.
the main
co-stars?
character,
Is
and
this
she
the
got
movie that
raped.
D.W. Griffith
in
Oh,
the
she
directed?
got
scene.
raped. Oh yeah, I remember
you
that.
remember
Is this the movie where
It's
the
Birth of a
comes in at the
Nation.
end? Is this the movie you're talking about? You
Where
just-
But there's a hot
the
scene
one
for you
scene
that
where they're
you
in the
like when the
cafe
cop's
and
feeling up
the
this
flower.
Okay, a little
is
cool hand
thrown
Luke
in
action
face,
coming.
whatever. Yeah.
All right, well, let's hear.
Movies mixed up.
Let's. It sounds like you're about to sing us the song. Let's hear a little taste.
One tin soldier. I can't remember the
Listen,
rest.
children, to a story that was written long
long
ago.
ago.
Bow da ba da 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 Then
Words, but-
There we go. Go ahead and touch your neighbor. Go ahead and treat a friend. Do it in the name of heaven. You can justify it in the end. I can't believe it. There won't be any trumpets blown.
You can justify
Come judgment day. Here
anything.
comes. And the sun the morning after.
Where's-
One tin soldier rides away.
Wow.
You know it.
I'm exhausted.
She deserves some cocaine. Here you go.
I gave it up in the 80s. Thank you. I'm sorry. I've just never heard anybody refer to that movie, and I had to say something. My daughter's embarrassed.
And it's amazing. I don't know if anybody else has tried to sing that song, but the words just come to you. You don't need to know
I know.
what they are. I love
They're
it.
just burned in my memory bank. All
I
of
can't
them.
So you wanted to see an innocent movie, then you crawled across a jizz explosion floor like Paul Rubin was there,
And then a bunch
it
of-
was like Gallagher, and it was like everybody had ponchos on. You were in the splash zone, and you watched Deep Throat,
I didn't watch it. I saw. I
You listened to
realized
it.
You know what I did?
and that's how you got the bug for acting.
That's when I got into
It's gonna be
acting.
me one
Like
day.
I could do that. No, I actually left. I was fascinated watching the people in the audience. That was more like, whoa, this is so weird.
Just creeps fucking jerking off.
And then I left. And then I didn't go back.
And how did you get into acting? It had nothing to do with that? That would dissuade me from getting into acting.
It wasn't
Did you?
really acting. You know, when I went.
Well, agree to disagree.
You know, I know how I got into it. Now I remembered. Like I write it down and then I forget after I.
Because you were in Showgirls.
I was in Showgirls.
And I love that director, and you were hot to trot in that movie.
Thank you.
This is the closest I've ever sat next to a woman before.
How's it going?
But your milkshake brought all the boys to the
You're
yard.
trying to get out of a speeding ticket, and you're trying to sit next to a female police officer.
I wish.
You are hot to trot.
Now that director's name, that's Paul Van Hoven, right?
Verhoeven.
Verhoeven.
Paul Verhoeven.
So he got you into acting, or what was it?
No, dude, I was acting a long time before that. A long time. My mom took me to a show when I was like 3 or 4, and I saw a play, and I thought, ooh, those are magic people. Like,
Please
I really
tell me
thought
it wasn't Deep Throat.
it was the musical version of Deep Throat. And I was like,
On
what?
ice?
It's like,
They
Mama,
put
what's a
more
Deep
music
Throat?
in that movie?
I was only 4. I didn't understand.
No, you went to a play when you were a kid.
I went to a play when I was a kid. I thought, wow, that's cool. I thought they were magic people. And then I remember going in like junior high, they had a play, and then people I knew were doing the play. And I'm like, wait a second, those aren't magic people. Like, I know those people.
They're
kinda
losers.
Lame. They're kind of lame.
They work at AutoZone.
And then
Like
I
my
thought-
dad, who I hate.
I just thought, well, if they could do it, I could do it, and probably do it better than they can. So.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
And
I
you
had to
did.
And you
compare.
did.
And you did.
And I did.
Were
I
you a
showed
good
them.
student?
I got A's.
That's a good student.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess I was a good student.
Did you go to college for acting?
I went to college. I studied acting, and I double majored.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to Emerson for the first year, then
I went to
NYU.
Berkeley College of Music up the street.
You went to
Beantown.
Berkeley College of Music?
Yeah,
Where
I
did
was
you
up the
study?
street. Upright bass, daddy. I was playing
No
jazz.
way.
Listen
Jazz
to,
is my thing.
Listen to Coltrane. Oh yeah, well play us a little fucking Jew harp, which is an
wait, can I-
uncomfortable name for an instrument.
Wait,
So
as a
Heather,
bass player,
it
I
feels
have
like
to
it
tell you
came from
something that you'll
somewhere.
appreciate.
Tell me anything.
My uncle, the one I was talking about,
Charles Mingus.
he wrote the theme to Barney Miller.
I love the theme to Barney Miller.
Wait, whoa. I just woke up. What?
Wait, can you sing the theme that Barney's
It's a-
And
Miller?
we
You
have
do the
someone in
bass,
the
and
audience
then
that can
someone just
sing
make up
the
You know Barney Miller
instrumental
thing?
theme to Barney
No,
Miller.
bass
Who wants to
players
make a
love it.
Boom, ba ba da boom, bow, dow, dow.
Children, rap
And
your
be a
rifle.
man in a Jamaican accent, Nick.
Do you still play upright
I
bass?
play a little teeny bit poorly, but when I was 19, I could shred.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Cool.
I was like fucking Jack Bruce.
I try to play stand-up bass for but you know who I play?
It's a waste of
You know
time.
who's my stand-up bass player?
Oh,
When I play, and I play Jews harp with him a lot,
Oh.
Christian McBride.
get the fuck out of here! That's a fucking. He's one of the top living.
He's the best.
And you just go over there with the Jews harp and you go bing bong bing bong bing.
No.
Why is it called a Jews harp? That's a fucking crazy name for
Well,
It's a
there's
rather
got to be an
unfortunate-
anti.
It's the chosen instrument.
There's 3 Jews on stage. So we go.
You know what?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu.
So it has a lot of names. Some people call it the Jaws harp. Some
Yeah,
people
'cause
call
they
it
don't wanna say
Jews harp,
Jews harp.
the
Sounds
mouth
weird.
harp. I grew
Then
up.
it was changed to
Yeah.
juice harp for a while, wasn't it?
It used to be called Jews Control the Bank harp.
Yeah. And then it was Jews.
Then it was Jews Control the
Jews
Media
Control the
harp.
Media, yeah,
For
exactly.
a couple of years, it was the Jamba Juice harp.
That's what they got an
Sponsored
endorsement.
it.
Can
Yeah.
you play us? Give us a little taste of the Jew. Do you got your own Jews harp?
Well,
with you?
I heard you guys brought some.
No, we do. I thought you didn't want our Jews
Yeah,
harp.
you-
Well, I'm
You're-
curious to
you're
see what
like-
you brought.
Well, we don't have a Jews harp as a Jaws harp as well as.
Let's see.
These are probably shitty ones.
Those
Oh,
are
they
like
are.
Jeff Bezos.
Hey, you can tell by the
Jews harps.
artwork on the front.
But you never
can't
know.
say
Oh, wait.
Does it say Jew on it?
Listen, actually, I've never seen these.
Why is it called? A
It says the
Jews harp?
Austrian
don't know.
jaw harp, world's finest, a soprano and an alto. We got to bust these open. Let's
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
calling. It's like.
bust it up.
Bust those open. I'm gonna bust all over this podcast.
Yeah. It's like a
Eric
It's like a,
Sorry, you set it up. I knocked it down. And somebody exhaled in the crowd. They were like, "Ugh."
These are tricky. Oof. You have to hold my thing.
I'm gonna play the
And you were
darky
born-
trumpet while you play the Jews harp.
You're gonna play the what
The
trumpet?
darky trumpet.
Okay, thank God.
It's a very little one.
I'm gonna play the Cracker Barrel while you.
Okay.
And you were born in Holland, or something.
I brought my own.
Okay, give us a little taste of your. You went to Emerson and where else?
NYU.
Can you do,
Look at you. Tish?
Yeah, I could maybe do it with this one. It's in the wrong key.
Holy
Oh,
shit,
I mean-
Blues Traveler over here.
Yeah.
Well, I
You
that
got it.
also
Wait, we
a
got a mic.
one-hitter?
Can you give the mic to her while she's doing it? Can you mic her,
Okay.
Nick? No, Mike will, Nick will hold the mic. Mike will hold the Nick.
Don't cover it up. Just
Yeah,
bring
yeah,
it
sorry.
Don't
here.
cover it up, idiot. All right, guys.
That's a.
My girlfriend's gonna not be happy about this.
I mean, it's an accompaniment.
I don't do.
I mean, does
Right,
somebody
can I-
have another instrument that you can accompany? That's so good.
Why don't you and Christian start a band or something?
Yeah.
Has there ever been a little romance between you and Christian?
We love each other.
In a loving
No,
way?
no.
What's your type?
He's
I think
married.
the audience wants to know what your type is.
I think you want to know what my type is.
Is it annoying half-black Jews with a half-baked premise for a podcast?
Because there's a
That is
couple
ex-
right
that is
here.
Because there's
Exactly
two,
my type.
you got two to pick from.
Half black Jews. Some of my favorite guys are half black Jews.
Yet we're the least attractive ones.
Yeah.
That's not.
Lenny
Wait, what?
Kravitz, Zoe Kravitz, Drake,
You play the
and then
half-black
two
Jews
R.
are-
Crumb drawings up on this stage. The fucking jazz quartet from Pee Wee's Playhouse.
And then what do you think about an average white guy?
They're still on the table.
They're okay.
There's still spicy
I have
as
no
shit.
type. I really have no type.
Oh, you regulate every shade.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I like smart.
You're gonna
I
throw.
like
Well,
smart
then
for
you're
my
not
type.
gonna do so well with us.
Yeah, well, you know.
Not gonna. Yeah, it's not.
Have you ever been married?
I've never been married.
Me neither.
Really?
Do you have kids?
Why is that?
I can't keep a girlfriend for more than 2 weeks.
Why is that?
I mean, look at me. I'm a mess.
Are you?
Well, I'm very shy.
Really?
He is. It's true. He is.
I'm
shy.
very shy.
I don't totally believe that.
Well,
I mean,
you know what?
I do. Actually, I do. I
Get
can
your
see
hands
that.
off me. Nothing gives you that right.
Everybody saw.
I just
that, right?
climaxed.
Everybody saw what
Don't
just
tase me,
happened?
bro.
Yeah. Well.
Did
no,
you
I,
ever have kids?
I never had kids of my own.
I just got a vasectomy 2 days ago.
Did you really?
I swear to God on my life. No joke.
Oh, you're not joking.
I got snipped.
Show us.
And why? Why?
Show us.
I can't show you.
How do you feel?
I can't show you, but to prove it, I have a jock strap on. I don't want to
Wow.
moon you,
And why? And
but
why
I
did
act.
you
Let
decide-
me.
Gina, don't look.
Do not look, because I'm getting
Please
my
don't
ass
look.
cheeks are out.
He
I
did a-
actually.
he did a different type of.
I have a jock strap on.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry to do that to you. Like cheeks out. I got snipped, and it was very stressful beforehand, and then
Were
pretty
you
much.
awake for the snipping?
It was 20 minutes. It was pain-free. I froze my sperm ahead of time. The
Love
doctor
it.
said that he could extract my sperm later,
Love it.
and he can reconnect the vas deferens, and it's basically just male
Zac
birth.
Efron?
And was
can-
it?
yeah, he
and
can-
was it
he
just
can-
a choice that you did that? Or?
Well, the doctor said it's just male birth control. The doctor goes, it's better to have an on-purpose pregnancy than an accidental pregnancy. And I said, amen, hallelujah.
Who wants
And I
to
wish
say
men
hallelujah?
contributed to the birth control game
Dude.
and stop making women do all the goddamn work.
Yes.
Motherfuckers!
Yes.
Because the fucking
Give me one of
IUDs
these.
hurt.
For
Yes.
the men, not for
Seriously.
The IUDs hurt. The birth control pills can
Yep.
fucking drive you nuts. And guys, all I had to do, it was the most painful. I went in, I dropped trow, I giggled. Then he gave me a fucking nitrous oxide thing, so
Nice.
I'm
You
pumped.
giggle more.
Then he put the first needle hurt for just a second, the numbing needle
Yeah.
in my sack.
Yeah.
Then the
As it
next
does.
2 needles didn't hurt that bad. Then I was so high on the nitrous, I didn't even know he finished the first vas deferens. It was
Yeah,
like
dude.
5 minutes.
Wow.
I was just ripping it. I was like, yeah, man, you
Yeah.
ever see fucking Orange is the New Black? That show's crazy. And then he goes, all right, first vas deferens done. I was like, you started? He goes, yeah, you've been like babbling away on nitrous. So then he did the
nitrous is
second one. He goes, I got to find the second one. Hopefully it's as easy as the first one. Bam, 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 did the thing. And then I drove myself home,
Wow.
sat on a bag of frozen peas,
sounds
and I've
safe.
just been doing Advil and Tylenol, not even Vicodin.
Wow.
It's that easy.
Not even Quaaludes.
Yeah.
Quaaludes,
Let's hear
yes.
it from
Yeah.
the doctor, and then
Wow,
let's hear
good
it
But I
from-
have to wait. I have to wait 3 months until I'm sterile.
Who's gotten trimmed out
Wait,
there?
when can you have
Any
sex
guys
again?
out there got snipped? Am I the
One,
only?
there's
Yeah, there we
one,
go.
2.
Another hero.
Thank you for your service.
So now you
But
don't
I
have
got
to
inspired. I was
worry.
dating a gal who was like, the IUD fucking kills me.
I know, fuck that.
She goes, it's so painful. I hate it.
Yeah.
And I go, I'm just going to get fucking I don't think I want kids. And then I froze my sperm. If I change my mind,
That's fantastic.
I can fucking, break off
and
a
you
couple
can
ice cubes
reverse
later.
it.
And you can reverse it. And he goes, he goes, your testicles never stop producing sperm your whole life. I'm just snipping the highway. So you retain full function. You'll have an erection. You'll have full loads.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. You'll have,
Like, oopsie.
yeah.
Remember
Well,
what I
I mean,
said about
he was fucking chopping and screwing down there.
Yeah.
But
That's amazing.
I'm curious. The only thing I'm worried about, does the taste change?
Well, me and the doctor tasted it right after
did a
the
taste
surgery.
test.
Yeah. Did you do the whole
It was
urine
similar.
thing? You got to make
That's
sure you
just-
taste each other's
And it
urine
was,
too. to make sure.
yeah, it
So
tasted
now
like,
you can-
you ever break open a mercury thermometer and
That
drink out of
why.
Is it like having a straight Michelob versus a Michelob Ultra?
It's a little bit like that.
Yeah,
It's a
okay.
little bit like
Yeah,
that.
You're asking like coconut water that's gone a little bit too,
Yeah, when it goes a
coagulated.
little bit bad.
Okay.
You know, someone knows what I'm talking
Yes,
about.
yeah, I know what you mean.
The tangy coconut water.
Yeah,
You mean my breakfast?
yeah.
You know, they're not getting it.
It doesn't matter. Let's
Clearly,
keep
we
digging
lost
our
them
hole
with
to.
I
Let's
think
keep
that-
digging our way into
Yeah.
this joke.
Wow, well,
Who wants to
congratulations.
hear a few more hours of this?
You can now, like, just step away and not be worried about
I need
getting
3
the
months,
girlfriend.
and I will still use protection
Well,
because there's still STDs.
Yeah.
But you have a girlfriend. Oh, you don't have a girlfriend.
You
I don't have a girlfriend. Why? Yes. Why ask you?
Well, I was just saying, if you had a girlfriend, then you're getting tested and you don't have to use anything.
What are you doing later?
No, you're out of commission for a few months.
Never stopped me before, honey.
Well, that's why he's got co-hosts.
There is a Baldo, a ball dildo, and it's very painful.
A what?
You cram your balls. Look it up. Take out your phones right now. Look up the Baldo. You cram your balls into this dildo-shaped thing,
Yeah.
and you can fuck somebody with your ball sack.
I like that.
Wait, what? I don't
Look
understand. I
up
can't understand.
Google image right now.
mean a
Baldo.
ball?
Eric,
Dildo.
Eric,
The
you're pretty
testicle
extreme, but
dildo.
You
Did
lost
Did somebody
everyone.
play the
You're into
theme
some
to
kinky
Barney
shit.
Miller while everybody looks that up?
I'm not saying fucking buy it. I'm just saying it exists.
But you put your balls.
You put
in
your
a-
balls in the dildo.
You like cramp it in like
You
you're-
cram them in there.
you're
It
forming a
sucks.
candle.
Doesn't that
Wait.
hurt?
Yes.
But why would you do that?
People are freaks.
Ah, okay.
Just say. No, but I will tonight in honor of
Yeah.
Black History Month.
Has anyone
Baldo.
done it? I've
Bal-
never even heard of this.
Baldo is a huge sponsor of the pod, so we really need.
We actually filmed myself doing that.
Have we been slipping it in? No pun. Have we been slipping Baldo
fuck.
in?
What's up?
I just want to know if we've been mentioning Baldo like covertly enough so that the audience.
Well, we
knows.
have a video of me inserting the Baldo into my.
Oh wow! Really?
Now you punched Tom Cruise in Cocktail. What the fuck was that about? Rough day on set, huh?
I didn't
Steven
punch
Seagal was
him.
in-
You need him.
I need him in the nose by accident.
Oh, I thought he tried to kiss you and.
No, see that's
And
why
convert you to
IMDb
Scientology.
is a very dangerous thing. No.
But
no.
you read Dianetics, right? Because it's got some great ideas.
I read the whole
Incredible.
thing. I read
Yeah,
all of
cover to
them.
cover.
Cover to cover.
Yeah.
Were they gonna? Is it true they were gonna call Cocktail Baldo?
Well, that
That's
was
what
the
I
working
thought
title.
The working title was Baldo.
And it's not fair to ask you, but I'm just wondering if you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to sign a thing. I can't really talk about that.
What was it? Was Cocktail your first gig?
No.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it was one of my first bigger gigs, like a real part.
That's when people started noticing it. Saw you in public and they would go, "Wow!"
I did Red Heat at the same time, the Schwarzenegger thing.
Yeah.
So I was doing. I think it was that.
That's like Running Man.
And Cocktail.
No, it was the Moscow.
Red Heat with
Oh,
Arnold and Jim
what was the
Belushi.
one where people start going, "Oh, I think I recognize you too," Gina Gershon. What was the one that was like pushed you over the edge?
I don't think it's happened yet.
Shut the hell
Curb
up.
Your Enthusiasm. You're like, you were the Hasidic Jew in
Okay.
that.
Curb Your Enthusiasm. No, come on.
No, people.
Face Off.
Face. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Everyone recognizes me
Showgirls?
from
That
different.
was
Yeah,
a bit-
Showgirls, Bound.
Were you nervous about Bound? I just watched Bound last night. Bound is sick. I
don't
was
know
listening
the
to
face from
L7 and
before.
Bikini Kill after that.
No, I remember. No, I tell you, a long time ago, and I don't know when it was. I was doing something, thinking like, oh, no one ever like recognizes me. I wasn't at that point, but I was doing a movie in Toronto, and I was with a bunch of people. And since we're on the Baldo subject, we were at a.
Nice.
We were at
Always
a.
on the Baldo subject.
By the way, we're not on that subject.
Wait, hold on now,
The theme
Nick.
of the show
I
is
wouldn't say we're
Baldo.
not.
No, we were in a strip club, right? My friends were like, "Hey, let's go to a strip club." I was like, "Okay."
Zanzibar, brass rail.
I don't remember. It was so long ago, and one of the dancers or strippers, whatever, she was going down the thing, and all of a sudden she turned and looked at me. She went, "Melrose Place!" And I was like, "Oh my god!"
was
I
ordering
did
a
a
drink
guest star
called
on it, and I was
Melrose
like, that was the first time I was recognized.
You were like, I made it. Did you have that experience in front of your parents to go, haha, I shouldn't have
Were
gone
your
to.
parents at the strip
Yeah,
club
the
with you?
strip club.
No,
Like
they
your
were
parents-
not. They weren't there. I was in Canada. They were in the Valley still. No, they weren't in the Valley then.
And your
I don't
mom
know
was
if they were.
born in Holland and Belgium, so your grandmother started crowning in Holland, and then
She was a Van Koppel.
they pushed the
Belgian. My grandma was like Belgian.
wheelbarrow over to the Belgian border. How did that happen? That's what it says in my notes, and it doesn't make sense.
I think who does your notes? I think the notes are.
You know what? I do it myself.
It must have been right after the vasectomy because you're like,
Yeah, I was high as hell.
The thing.
My
No,
balls are-
my grandmother left Belgium. It was like kind of going to be wartime. You know what I mean? The Jews had to leave.
What happened to the Jews?
yeah,
What happened to the Jews in Europe?
What?
Rumor has it a lot of them were killed. But,
Okay, well, that's a conspiracy theory, QAnon. I went to jazz school. I don't know anything about history.
I got a
Right.
question. What's the worst thing you've ever done to somebody you loved?
That's a really
Nice. Finally, something that picked me up.
the worst thing I've done to
The
someone
worst,
I
most
love.
unspeakable thing that you've never told anybody else to somebody that cares about you more dearly than you could ever imagine.
I can't even imagine what that would be. I don't know.
You can
Time.
you can use names too. Don't feel shy about that.
I try not to do anything mean to the people who love me.
Was it not kissing Tom Cruise?
Was it not? Oh, yeah, my boyfriend didn't love that at the time. But whatever, fuck him. I was working.
You were two-timing a little.
Huh?
You were two-timing. You were in a thruple.
I wish.
Polycule. You invented the polycule.
I was working, and and he was not happy that. Yeah, that didn't go over well.
Well, he's
didn't
actually
like-
here right now. We're going to
Yeah.
bring him out.
And his story is quite different, apparently.
Yeah, and
Ladies and
I-
gentlemen, Cash
Right.
Patel, her
Baldo.
ex-boyfriend.
that bastard.
FBI
He did for himself.
hockey enthusiast,
Into Baldo. Cash
CEO of Baldo, Cash Patel.
I bet he's into Baldo, that guy.
He's into something. He's rough.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions for Gina Gershon out in the
About Cash
audience?
Patel.
Well, it doesn't have to be about Cash Patel, but it can be.
You have had an incredibly long, illustrious career, and somebody must want to know.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yes.
has a
Yes.
question.
Can we give this woman a microphone for crying out loud?
And can you start the question by singing Billy Jack?
Does anybody have a microphone for this poor woman? She just got off a 12-hour shift. She's a truck driver. I'm just making up a backstory.
Absolutely not.
I don't know.
Is this the most chaotic interview
Okay, next question.
ever
Okay.
done? And you
Don't like where that
Who
question's
gave her a
going.
mic? That's
And
crazy.
Don't like where that question's going at all.
chaotic interview you've ever done.
It definitely is in the top 5, for sure. But it's fun.
Okay.
I've never talked about Baldos before in an interview or a vasectomy, to be honest. I didn't
Because
even know
people
what
don't
Baldo
do their
was.
research.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you
Like
so
us.
much for being a good sport.
That's right. Let's do a couple more. Yes. Yeah, don't be so surprised. You raised your hand. There's like 7 people here.
Yeah.
A
And,
couple more.
and at first, just whisper it like a librarian.
Hey,
like
right
the first
over
lady.
here. raise your hand because.
Wait, by the way, I can't believe you missed this. The Baldo was raising his hand. Sorry, I had to.
Okay, we'll
Look
get
at
to.
the Baldo raising his hand.
We'll go. Okay, all right.
Right
We don't
there.
call people by names.
Look at, he's got a bald head.
That just means he has a lot of
We're gonna cut
testosterone.
that out. We're gonna cut that
gonna
out.
take
Don't
that
worry.
We
Is
don't
that
use
bad? Am I gonna get
pejoratives
in
here.
trouble? You don't mind me calling you
I'm
Baldo?
sure,
She,
I'm
yes,
sure
he
she'll
does.
settle out of court.
Yeah, a lot of her friends are Baldos. Nice try, Gina.
He has a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to ask about Bound. Like
Love Bound.
Yes, I love Bound. I'm gay, so I love Bound. It's kind of known as like one of the definitive butch femme dynamics, like queer dynamics.
Is it pre-L word? Is it pre-L word?
It is indeed pre-L.
It's
Dude,
pre-L
it was
word.
the
It is
first one
indeed
out there.
pre-L
That's
word.
pretty big.
Yes.
I had to leave my
Harvard.
agents over that. No one would let me do it. I'm like, why? Like, you're playing a lesbian. I was like, so? I had to leave my representation to do it.
Queer ally, queer icon. First Wachowski sisters movie. Lesbian leads that
It's in the book. The
outsmarted
whole
a bunch of
story is
guys.
in the book. We got to remember to plug the book.
AlphaPussy.
No, just kidding.
You know
So
what? A lot of
What were you saying?
I just wanted to ask if you like prepared in any way to play.
Okay,
such an
getting a little horny
iconic
now.
Butch character.
I know what you're
did-
doing. You're
I
setting
did
up a
some
fantasy for the
preparation.
spank bank. What's that?
Literally, I have a whole story about that in the book. It's a long
Give
story.
us a little taste.
The preparation story.
Don't be gross, but be gross.
It was fun until it wasn't fun. It kind of turned dark. But I went to San Francisco. You know who Susie Bright is? Susie Bright was the sex. What's the word?
A sexual coordinator.
Not the coordinator, but she was like our. You know, because it was two
ma-
guys at the
mistress.
time, who are now two women. They were like, we need the sex expert, the lesbian sex expert, and she's a lesbian.
like an intimacy coordinator.
No, that is no.
The reverse intimacy.
No, she's like Susie Bright
Sorry,
is
guys.
literally a legendary lesbian sex expert, right? And so the guys were
Way to
guys
go,
then,
Eric.
brought her on, and so I just said, Susie, I need to. She's like, you're coming to San Francisco and you're going to some clubs. I went, okay.
It was like cruising a little bit, but instead of Al Pacino, it was you.
It was me
And-
in San Fran.
And who was your co-star? I'm forgetting her.
Jennifer Tilly.
Jennifer Tilly.
Oh,
Mam-
Gina, I
Mamma
love it when
mia.
you hold me like that.
Did you guys really get along on set, or were you guys fighting?
I love her. She's great.
She's great.
Yeah.
Were you nervous about the?
She was nervous. I had just come off of Showgirls. I was like, I've been kissing.
Oh, that was
chicks
after Showgirls.
6 weeks after.
Oh, so you were like, fuck it.
I was like, yeah.
How was
Get me out of here. Let me cut my nails off.
how was
Take off my
Paul?
makeup.
How
I want
was
to do this one.
how was Paul? How was Paul Van Hoven?
Verhoeven.
Verhoeven, whatever, RoboCop guy.
He's an interesting guy.
You
Smart
can say
guy.
that again.
Smart guy.
Very smart guy.
Theologian. He's a theologian.
He's a theologian.
Yeah, for real, and a mathematician. He's
can
a
see
smart.
that.
He's a smart guy.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any questions?
Baldo over here.
Well,
we're not-
now,
Why doesn't he like to?
You got it. Okay, we got. We'll do two more. We'll do Baldo. We'll do one of these guys.
There's another Baldo.
there's also a
We
third
got to
person
get Baldo. You
there. Another
know.
guy there.
Yeah. We'll get these guys out. She kept
there's
she kept making fun of this
Wait,
guy.
so you are.
I'm not making fun
so
of
you're
them.
kind of a
Gina's not
lesbian
making
icon.
fun of me.
I that's what they tell
Right?
me.
You
Yeah.
say whatever you want. This is a
cool.
safe space. I'm
You're
sorry.
incredible.
Sorry, she was making fun of you.
He's gonna
I,
ask a nice question. I could tell.
He's a nice guy.
So you were on the verge, Gina,
Yes.
of telling us some stories tonight. Would you please bless us with a hallucinogen story? You said that was some of your
A
favorite drug
hallucinogenic
use.
story.
And you were about to tell us a cool cocaine story, and then these guys started talking.
Nick, I think Nick started talking. I
you
think
know,
Nick was
So, is there a fun story about
It wasn't
drugs that you could tell
It
us?
wasn't that interesting of a cocaine story. It was just to fill the fodder.
Mhm.
They never are.
You got a trippy one for us?
Pretty intense. There's such long stories to tell.
Go
them,
for it. We're
right?
here all night.
No, we're not here.
Now
all
you
night.
wanted to take the question from Baldo.
All right, Baldo, sit down.
You reap what you Baldo.
Now we got to
You
hear
know,
about a weird dream you had.
Dude, it wasn't a dream. It was real. You know, the last like story like that, honestly, I don't want to tell it because it'll bring everyone down.
Well,
All I could say is this. This is what I'm going to say. I tried that toad, for real, right?
Various toad venom, 5-MeO-DMT. I'm
Seriously,
familiar.
the god molecule.
Yeah, me and him smoked it in Mexico City.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're big fans
Right.
of it.
Yep.
And I got to tell you, listen, I've done a lot of things and I'm open to blah, blah, blah. If you're a sensitive person now in the world, I wouldn't do those things because the truth that was coming through was kind of horrifying. And I was just like, oh my God. So I don't want to go into that story because I don't want to bring everyone down, but it was like, I'm not going to do drugs like this for a while because you're too connected and you see things and you're like, oh shit.
Don't watch C-SPAN while you're doing fucking...
yeah.
Right? So I don't
Watching
know.
Pam Bondi do her thing, and I did the...
Yeah.
All right, we got some excited guys over here. Hey, this guy.
Hey, how's it going? Is there any just laughing at? Is there any role that you turned down or ended up not doing that upon further review ended up with something huge you regret not getting?
The only role I kind of turned down.
You're gonna.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. How would I have known that?
well, that you guys don't have.
There's a bunch of
No
baldos
fighting.
in this
No
place
fighting,
talking
guys.
shit tonight.
Okay, you guys
I don't
calm
know
down.
what your problem
Bald
is.
men,
Straight-
calm down.
I don't know what's your problem, Baldo. What are you doing?
No, I think that's bald.
Oh, yeah. This is not good.
No. You guys, no.
Well, Gina, happy now that you wrote this book? See what your book does to people?
Oh, shit, he's after him.
Oh, Gina.
See, men. This is really upsetting.
I know what, he
My
wanted
book
to
is
ask the
about-
same question. I get it.
I'm
Those
not-
are the two new Supreme Court justices of the United States.
I just
They're
want to say,
passionate.
I hope that was not a real thing.
That was a bit of a Baldo situation.
Yeah.
That was too much Baldo in one room.
But, I mean, is there a role that you regret turning down? I mean, I don't want to get into a fight with anybody, but...
Is there a role you regret?
Okay, let's just forget that happened because that was just weird.
Is it?
Let's burn the sage. That was fucking... Those guys were fucking goofballs.
Well, if bad energy over here didn't start it, then we'd be fine. But you gotta...
Is there a role you regret doing, like this podcast or anything?
Yes, sitting here right now with what just happened, I really am not into it.
We have a dominatrix here that could help you out. Did you meet the dominatrix?
I like the dominatrix.
Miss Tommy, are you out there? Can we get the dominatrix
yeah,
to help us out?
I just want to say,
'Cause I know they're gonna
I'm
kick us
just
off the stage
against
in 2
anyone
seconds.
hitting each other. I'm just so these days. I just want everyone to like be calm and like love each other.
That's what
and-
Well, that's what this podcast
That's what
is
this
all
podcast
about.
is all about,
You
dude.
came on to the right
I
podcast.
came here to sprinkle some positive
Yeah,
vibes.
man, I mean,
On the
that's
thing.
what
We're gonna
Baldo's
sprinkle the
all
rest of this
about,
cocaine
too.
over the crowd, and everybody will be real
Cocaine
chill
for
after
everyone.
this.
All right, we have a dominatrix here that's going to help us close this podcast out.
She
Okay,
looks
give it over to Miss
amazing.
Tommy.
Miss Tommy!
Hello. Yay.
How are you, Miss Tommy?
I'm good. I heard there was a really bad boy here tonight.
There was a couple
There's a
bad
bad-
boys.
Very
Oh, look
naughty
who it
boy.
is.
There was a couple of bad boys.
Look who
Oh,
it is.
good.
And you know what we do with bad boys?
Somebody who didn't get to ask their question.
They
maybe.
need to be taught a
Yeah,
lesson.
can you teach them a lesson? Who wants Miss Tommy to teach this bad boy some manners?
Manners.
Manners, 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 manners. Do what she says.
Manners.
Do what she says.
I don't want to be a part of this, please.
Well, you shouldn't have been such a bad boy in front of Gina Gershon.
Very upsetting to so many.
Good boy. There we go. This is how you follow orders.
Okay.
Take his ass out.
Please, no more violence.
That's just no discipline.
Can we see his ass? Who wants to see his raw ass?
Unbuckle your pants. On all fours. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Can I spank him with your book?
Huh?
Can I spank him with your book?
No. Don't spank him without. No.
Okay. I gave it a try.
No. We don't want to.
I understand.